friends, and welcome back to Photographer Life Check. I'm your host, Chrissy, and today we have the illustrious Denita. Hey, 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 hey.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, Denita. Okay, so I want to start with you, how I start with everybody else, with a little photographer fit check. Actually, this podcast will be in person. You know what I'm saying? Hit the email for
Period.
funding.
Okay.
But for now, we going to do what we got to do with what we got. Shout out to Mariah. So just let us know something about what you're wearing, why you love it, XYZ. It could be jewelry, frames, headphones, your top, however you feel.
Wife beater, always, forever, every day.
Not
Like
always
that's
a wife
my.
beater.
I'm sorry. Tank top,
The top of the show.
always. I know. Tank top, always. Um, this is my first time really wearing color with the tank top, like black. I usually wear white.
Yeah.
But black just goes. I have this belt on. I love. You can't really see it. I'm not gonna take it off, but it's a studded belt from Gap. I love Gap. Gap pants, cotton.
I do love
I
Gap.
try to do 100% cotton as much as I can, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I love these frames.
Thank you, girl. Warby Parker.
Period. Much like you got the D around your neck. I keep a Q around my neck also as well. And my tank top is from Change, actually. I love Change.
I've never heard of Change.
Oh, it's a really cool brand. Most of their work is social commentary related, social justice related.
Okay.
And I mean, this particular shirt isn't, but I do have other stuff by them that is. Shout out to Change.
Where are they based?
I have no idea where they're based, but Change without the A. So CHNGE. Yeah. So let's get into the Photographer Life Check. For those who might be tuning in for the first time, Photographer Life Check is what's happening in your career right now. So that could be something that's standing out to you. It could be a project, something you're excited about, something that just happened. So, Denita, what's your Photographer Life Check today?
So this is where the imposter syndrome comes in. Let's crack it off early. I haven't actually shot anything since my baby was like 4 months or so.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been a minute. I've been wanting to get back. Haven't done it yet, but I will be doing that soon. I think it's just about like pushing myself back off the porch because
Yeah.
I mean, a baby, like
It's a lot of time and responsibility and
carrying a
effort.
mamia and a baby, and like that's so yeah, it's a lot of mental capacity. I think like my creativity, I don't want to say it's taking like a backseat, but for me personally, like I don't have the time to just like sit and be, and I think that's like a big part of my creative process is to just sit and like let it come to me, and like my thoughts just flow and my creativity just flows. But because I'm so baby has to eat, I have to eat. Baby has
Right.
to play, I have to play. Developmental, like it's just so many things that I don't have the time really to just like sit and be in that space anymore. Like things come and go, but like acting on them is kind of like difficult.
Like
Yeah,
finding
just
the
because I
time
don't
to
have
do
the same.
that.
Exactly, yeah. So like
Yeah.
I'll write it down. I've been doing a lot of journaling, a lot of
Okay.
like keeping notes, and so when that time does present itself, like I have the things that
There you go.
I want to act on. Yeah, but it's intense.
And I mean, that's exactly how I know you are an imposter. Like, you can't be an
Yeah,
imposter for one already because you are already an artist, but also you're doing what you can with what you have and the time that you have. And that's keeping
yeah.
those ideas close to you. So don't let her get too loud up over there. Don't know what her name is, but we need to shut her
Yeah.
up.
No, actually, I try.
That's real. I think let's let the people know a little bit more about you before we take a deep dive in. So, can you tell the people where you're from, what Comfort Studio is, and who's been inspiring you lately?
So I'm from Los Angeles, California, born and raised, Comfort Studio. So that's kind of what I've been like working on more so, like rebranding what Comfort Studio is, because I think before, yeah, I was just treating it as a space to like post my photos, but it was always kind of just more than that. So like where I'm going with it is a creative wellness brand, and it's always again kind of been that because I would host these like offerings like where people can meet in person and just like chat because I felt that's what I was missing. I haven't done
Yeah,
one
I'm
in a
gonna pull it up
while.
while you talk about it.
Oh my gosh. This is
Yeah.
whoa. Yeah, basically, yeah. So I would put together these offerings. The first one at the top is like 2016 or something
Wow,
like
I
that.
didn't know that you've been doing it for that long. That's so tight.
Yeah, because I don't chat, and I'll talk about that. But yeah, the second one was like 20. No, the first one might even have been before that. I think the second one is 2016 with Urban
Wow.
Outfitters. And then this last one was 2023, Tia Shiloh, and it was more so just like an invite only thing as I was trying to like step my foot back into it. I
Yeah.
think I've become just like this super overthink. Like before with these first two, it was just like, this is what I want to do. I'm doing it. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. With this second one, I mean, with the third one, it was just like, I don't know, a lot of overthinking in the process. And that's what I've been trying to like move away from because, yeah, I don't know. It's just irritating. Like, it's been a lot of, I feel like standing in my own way. And at first,
Mm.
not that I wasn't going to do the podcast, but there was a piece of me that was like, I don't want to be perceived. I don't want to do this. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to, but you have to like push yourself out of those ideologies and those spaces to get where you want to go. Like I can't
Yeah.
get where I want to go from hiding. Like that's just not gonna happen. Yeah, trying to get back into getting back into also
There
removing
you go.
crying from
There
my
we go.
vocabulary, but getting back into creating these spaces more and showcasing that on Comfort Studio is like what I've been working on getting myself out of, on top of like finding spaces to be more creative in like for myself. So
Just a little bit more about Comfort Studio. I assumed that it was also related to photography in some sort. Can you talk about the
it's
things that happen while you're hosting some of these moments?
like, what do you mean as far as like,
Like, what are
so
you
just
guys?
those moments specifically, what do we talk about? What do we do? Like
Yeah,
that type of
like,
thing.
how do you
Okay.
guys focus on that?
Yeah. So when I umbrella Comfort Studio, it's again the creativity and the wellness. The creativity portion of it is my focus on photography, my focus on
Hmm.
like, the collaging I used to do, my focus on just any art in that aspect. The wellness side of it, which is where the events would come from. They weren't necessarily like focused on photography or
Hmm.
creativity per se, but they were more so focused on just like overall well being of like women's health. So like, mental, physical, spiritual health, that type of thing. So the last one that
Okay.
I just did was usually they'll be in like themes or, like that type of thing. But the last one I did was just like about literally eating and conversing. So, like sharing that space with someone you may not know, someone that you can meet, something new, like a networking kind of space a little bit,
Hmm.
but just like, yeah, I wanted to create that space for women to come in and kind of just like release as needed while
Mm.
also being able to have like a good meal, while also being able to chat with someone new or someone that you may know, or just, just like a common space to go. So that's what this last one was about. Yeah. And just, I'm wanting to create more of those spaces because those are the spaces that I need. Like I usually create things
Hmm.
because that's what I feel like I need in that moment. And yeah, whoever comes, may need it also.
Yeah. And so, as you're talking about rebranding Comfort Studio, in what ways are you hoping for it to like expand?
More of the events for sure, more of the offerings. My focus is always usually to try to keep them sponsored so that nobody has to pay to come because
Yeah.
that's a whole other thing. Like,
Yeah, like reduce the
worrying about
barrier of
spending
entry
money.
for sure. Yeah.
I literally just want you to come and be, not have to worry about how you're getting there, what your money's looking like, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, more of the offerings that don't necessarily have to come with a price tag, putting that out there.
Hmm.
More of me kind of figuring out what creativity looks like for me now, like with motherhood and being able to just like explore that and yeah, offerings and exploration
I
moving
like
into
that.
that. Yeah.
Beautiful. And is there like under the umbrella, you mentioned how Comfort Studio is potentially like this larger thing. Under that, is it also actually a photography studio for you, or is that like where you hope it will grow, or is that just in the name?
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. I definitely want to have a tangible space where I can explore more of just my creativity in general, and also use that space um as like a community, like in general, for sure.
Yeah, that'll be fire.
Yeah, like it can just morph into whatever is needed at that moment. That's really my biggest goal, like a tangible space, a tangible, morphable. Morphable is the word, space.
Okay, so I definitely don't want to skip this question, especially because you are in a moment where you're thinking a lot about the time that you don't have to commit or you're trying to make in order to commit to these other projects and these other ideas that are coming to you. And I'm curious who's been inspiring you lately?
Inspiring me. Does it have to just be photography or could it be?
Me, anybody. I'd be
Okay.
inspired by all types of people.
So Recho Omandi, she has this podcast called The Cutting Room Floor.
But yeah, I love Cutting Room.
So good. So good, so
Yeah, it
good, so good.
is.
Tracee Ellis Ross. Like
Truly.
that's kind of cliche, but I love that.
I am so inspired by that lady though.
She's so good. Like, just the way, even like her styling choices, like how fun she is, how vibrant she is,
Did you
how
see her
youthful she
latest?
is.
I think
The
for
Self
In
magazine,
Style. Yeah, yeah, it was Self. It was Self. Yeah, that was so fire.
Renell. I love that
Yeah,
she's moving into her directorial like energy. The Bad Bunny video, I know it got a
yeah,
lot of praise. It was pretty cool.
yeah. I also
Tyler the
enjoyed that.
Creator. I love people that just morph. I love that's I guess that's my word
Hmm.
of the day. Morphing. Like he
Yeah,
just does. He does. Period. And I love that.
I like that being like a word that kind of sticks out to you.
Mhm.
I know you said that's your word for today, but it almost sounds like that's the state that you're in right now. Like you've been in the middle of morphing, and
Like actually, yeah.
it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like it just stands out to me as you say that word. Like I like people who morph. It's like, oh, you sound like
Like
you.
mirror.
Like that sounds like
Mirror,
you.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah, I mean, you have no choice. Like motherhood puts you in a place where you have no choice. You have to
Yeah.
figure it out. Yeah, like I feel like there are these sayings that people hear that are like you're not yourself and all these things, but like you truly just aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way that you can be your same self pre-baby. Like there's absolutely no way. Like you're pushed to all these limits. You're pushed to like just be a greater version of yourself. So yeah, more.
Why don't we pivot there then? I have way more questions about like who we're inspired by and what that means to us. But
Mhm.
the theme of motherhood is coming up earlier in the conversation, which is completely fine. So I
Yeah.
want to shout out, I don't know if you know her, Elise Peterson. She hosts a podcast, Cool Moms.
Hmm.
And it's a podcast that amplifies moms who prioritize their passions. And I just think that's a really cool idea, and a
I've
really
been
good
to one
offering. Oh, that's
at
so
the
tight.
line.
Yeah, because she does them all in person, right?
I don't know if they're all in person, but she was
Okay.
doing a series at the line, and I know she did some out of town
At
too. I think
Soho,
in
too.
DC, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
fire. Oh, yeah, I think
Oh
she
yeah.
might be from DC,
Oh
but
really? That's
I
like
think so.
yeah.
Either way, that podcast jumped to me while I was doing research on your work and the stuff that you do. Just because, one, I'm pretty certain you're the first mom I've had on the show. So, hey, shout out to that. A milestone for us. Wow. Wow. An iconic mom. But with that in mind, I think it is important to talk about the people who eventually want to become parents or are parents right now and trying to figure out how to balance all the things and maintain all the things. And honestly, I try to refrain from saying the word balance because it
Yeah,
it
that
does not
baby
seem
is it
real to
ain't
me.
no.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
never going to be this. So,
Yeah.
I'm I try to be intentional about using the word maintain because you have your personal life, your work life, your creative life that is separate, like from work, like your project based life, your mom life, your other relationships, friendships, parents, like all of these
Yeah.
parts of our life that are already a lot to manage before we become parents. And once you become a parent, it's like the stage that we're talking about you in, like it's a lot of morphing and adapting that you got to do. So I'm wondering with this stage that you're in right now, and I asked this with like no pressure on saying like a right answer or anything, just thinking about like how you might be able to prioritize your passions. What are some ways that you're trying to do that right now, like just for Denita?
Creating space is a big one. And I say that in a way of like literally creating space, like being able to drop my baby off and like go do.
Yeah.
Like that's a big thing. I'm with him like 98% of the time. Like 95 to
Mm,
98% of the time he's on my hip. I think that's a big one. Like getting into a not a routine, but just like the more time I'm able to have away from him, the more time I'm able to like feel that time in with things that I want to do. So like if he goes and he's with his dad for like 5 hours,
mm-hmm.
like once a week or something like that, or like whatever it is, like usually that time I have to clean the house. I have to go grocery shopping. I use that time to like do things that are like must to keep us going through the week. But
Right.
the more that I'm like able to like release that and let him go more and more and more with his dad, like I'm able to fill those gaps in with less of responsibilities in that way and more of just like creativity in other ways. So I'm trying to find some type of like you said, like a balance with that and how I can fit more of my alone time to be towards creativity rather than like chores and like
Yeah,
responsibilities, if that makes sense.
of
So yeah,
course.
that's been a big one lately, like trying to juggle my alone time. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
appreciate that. Do you ever imagine, or what is your imagination on like ideal Danita life, mom life? Like, what does that look like for you if you could have the most ideal dream version of that on a
Mm,
random Tuesday?
that's hard because I mean it would probably have to be like with baby or without baby.
Mm-hmm. Like,
It would.
still just trying to maintain both motherhood and creative life. Also, assuming that, like, you want to be a full time photographer, director, like,
Hmm.
or maybe I have the wrong assumption and you're like, actually, my ideal dream world, I am this girl, and these are the things I do with my time. And this is how my baby and my mom life fits into all of that.
Right. So yeah, on a in an ideal world, and I think I'm working towards that. Like the more you do it, I won't say the easier it gets, but the more you're able to maintain it and handle it. Him being able to just be on the go with me, like
Mm-hmm.
set up an area. Like if I do have a shoot that comes up, set up an area where he can do his thing. He has his snacks, he has his toys. He's near. I can keep an eye on him, but I'm also able to do what I need to do. Like if he has to be with me, well, not if he has to. Like I'm down for him to be with me, like while I'm on set. Like I think that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
He
cute.
gets to see, yeah, like I think that's totally fine. But I think there's also a balance in that. Like he doesn't have to be with me all the time while I'm doing those things.
Yeah.
But I think that's super cool. I admire people who do that shit because it's the people cuss on here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I admire people who do that because like every day is different. Baby might not want to do none of that. He might want to go
Yeah.
home. He might want to like or just he might not be in the mood for it. So the people who do it on a consistent basis, shit hard. I applaud you. I love it. I love to see it honestly. But I think babies also become accustomed after a while. Like the
Yeah,
more
just to
that
their
they're
environment.
hell yeah. So yeah, finding a world where I can do that because I don't want to say make an excuse, but I don't want to keep using him as a reason to why like I haven't gone out to shoot anything. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to use that as my crutch. Like yes, it's true to an extent, but also like how can I make it happen? How can I get this shit done? So
Yeah.
yeah, in an ideal world, that's what it looks like. Him being able to move around with whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm putting my attention on at the moment, like whether it be photography or whether it is like trying to get sponsors together for these events or whether it is like, whatever it is, him being able to move around comfortably also is a big thing.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes me think of this old interview by Erica Badu where she's talking about like, oh, I've always been a touring mom. Like somebody
Mm-hmm.
asked her a similar question. She's like, my babies are on tour with me. Like, why wouldn't I take my babies? Who would I leave them with? Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
instead, why
Yeah.
wouldn't I have, if it was her mom, her cousin, whoever, them come with
Mm-hmm.
me to help me? But I'm going to have my babies with me. And that stands out to me because I feel like it is a bit rare to see women working with their babies around. I don't know that I get
I
to
think
see that
so.
often.
And like, it's like, I don't know, I think we're moving away from this super structured ass, like, you
I
know,
think so.
yeah, and I hope so because like
I feel like I
be
see a
so
dog
for
on
real.
set before I see a baby on set. And that's kind of crazy.
Like actually though, like giving okay a dog, but like, babies are people and they can be, like that could be really beneficial for them just being in those environments. Like I think
Yeah.
we tend to look at babies as like an inconvenience in those spaces and in those, but I don't think that's fair to them and I don't think it gives them enough credit. Like honestly,
Yeah.
because my baby be chilling. Like if he fed, he got a snack, he got some food, he got some milk, he got some water, whatever it is, like he be cooling. Like he just look, he vibe, like he'll dance to some music. Like he was at the studio yesterday, he was cooling, like
Yeah.
real chill. And I guess it does depend on the type of baby you have. And again, it depends on the day. It depends on the day because if he teething,
Of course.
it could just be anything. But yeah, I think we need to give like babies more credit in those spaces when it's like time to think about workspaces for sure.
Yeah. It kind of has me thinking about, and I don't think people do this on purpose,
Mhm.
and even including myself in that, but thinking about the harder days with your baby, or even just like, I just wanted a day to myself. So, yeah, I want to go to set and work for a couple hours without having to think about my baby. Like, all of those other examples are super valid. But after having a couple hard days with your baby, the idea that your subconscious is telling you that your child is an inconvenience. And so now naturally you're moving through spaces like even just a restaurant, like I don't want to take my baby because it's gonna be an
Yeah,
inconvenience. It's gonna be yelling and da, da, da. And it's like
yeah.
everybody, likely every single person in that room has been around a baby.
And if they don't, or if they haven't, or if they have a problem, fuck them. like,
Exactly. So it's like,
like,
don't think of your
fuck them.
baby as the inconvenience.
No, it's like the structure of everything makes being a
Right.
mother or try, like it leans towards making it being an inconvenience, if that makes like I don't want to say again, I'm
Yeah.
trying not to use try, so I'm trying to use other words, but I'm figuring out other words to use. But yeah, it definitely
I think it's the structure. Like
it's
the
the structure.
inconvenience isn't your baby, it's the social structure of whatever setting this
A
is.
thousand percent, a thousand percent.
Yeah.
Like I was just watching this video and somebody sent me, she was in Thailand and she was at this coffee shop and the coffee shop had a play area for the babies and she was just like, bruh, like she's from the US and she was just like the amount of different spaces out here that are catered to children and mothers and things like that. And then thinking back home, like how there's none of that. Or
I've
it's
never
very,
seen
very,
that before.
very minimal. Yeah, she
Yeah.
was like damn near emotional about it because it's just like you don't realize until you get out of it, or I mean you realize, but you don't really realize until you
Yeah.
have a space where you can do shit like that, how inconvenient it is here for sure.
Yeah.
Like even just strollers. Like I'd be at the farmer's market, like if y'all don't get the fuck out my way, like I'm running over feet, like for real. Like people just glitch when they see a stroller, like even, and it's just like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Like
Like it's a stroller,
it's
it's
I don't
a
know, it's just
baby.
it's a baby. Even breastfeeding, like people be so like
Taken
tit,
aback by
like bitch,
breastfeeding.
go.
Yeah.
like, relax. You act like I'm sitting here just rubbing my shit. Like, no, like I'm literally feeding
Right.
my child. My nipple not even out. You'll be alright. Like, So yeah, I don't know. It's you realize a lot, you see a lot, and yeah, I mean, you just figure it out.
That's real.
Yeah.
It seems like just like an interesting space to have to navigate through, whether you're like a technical working mom or not,
Mm.
especially in this country. Thinking about the example you gave of your friend, or I don't remember if you said if that was your friend or another person you just saw online, but Shorty in Thailand, it's just like when you realize, oh, okay, yeah, like just when you realize how much isn't set up for you as a mom specifically,
It's fucking crazy.
it's
Even thinking about
interesting.
people going back to work. What is it? Is it some weeks? I don't even know what the
Yeah, I
is
think
it
it's
3
like
weeks
6
postpartum or 3
weeks.
months post something like that. Like
Like not enough.
you ain't even get to really like vibe with your baby. Like you ain't even really get
Right.
to like
Your hormones
lock in with
barely
your
settled
baby.
down.
Your hormones don't settle till it could be years. Well, if you
Right.
breastfeeding like up to or anything like a year after. Like it's just so much going on in your body. Yeah, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. I think you could with your disability pay or something like that. I just feel like there's just not enough. And it's like people push you to have babies, and oh, it's beautiful when you're pregnant, and oh, it's this and it's that. Then you have the baby, and it's like, okay, like figure it out,
Then they
like
disappear. Yeah.
figure it out. And I mean, I've been lucky to have like an amazing, amazing support system. But
Amazing.
I've said it so many times, like I don't think, like I don't know how I would do it without the moms in my life. Like
Mm.
I have so many friends that have kids that are around the same or babies that are around the same age as my son, and don't know how I would do it without them. Don't know how I would do it without my mom. Like it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. You can see why it derails people the way that it does. Like it's an
Mm-hmm.
intense, intense, intense period, and without even with help, it's a lot. So without help, I couldn't imagine. Like couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
You
With
know?
that in mind, and I mean, you did recently become a mom too. Like
Yeah.
your baby's a
Very
year,
fresh.
right? Right. Yeah. Also, clap it up for that. Yes, 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 yes. You created a whole
You
being, and
know,
it
a
is
whole
beautiful and incredible for a whole
he's
14
so cute.
months.
Oh my god. Love him down. Love him down.
So I want to
Yeah,
know, have you put a camera in his hand yet?
I have. He has like he plays with my little so the Mamiya is a big boy. He not
Yeah.
really doing all that. And that's
We're not
also
ready for that yet.
but he has this little like wooden camera and it's like a geometrical like inside. He also
Yeah.
plays with my little quick digital camera. Like he likes taking pictures on the iPhone. Like he says cheese already. He's so funny. But yeah, he's played with the camera a few times for
It's a part
sure.
of my auntie agenda, so I always have to ask. All of my
Yeah,
nieces and nephews, it's been a part of their gift in some way or another. It's like, I need a camera in your hand.
he loved pressing buttons. So
Yeah.
he be playing with the little camera, and he knows like I'll show him a picture of himself, and he smiles like he's it's just funny. But yeah, he's a fun time. But I'm
That's
definitely
so
gonna keep it
sweet.
going for sure.
That's good. That's good. Since having
Yeah,
your baby, in what ways has your mindset shifted when it comes to archiving, like more than just your creative practice as you're in the middle of morphing?
yeah.
But yeah, in what ways are you thinking about the archive or just Denita's legacy now?
What I will say is like before anything to anybody, I would say take all the pictures, take all the videos, do all the things because when that time is gone, like
It's a
like
wrap. Yeah.
it's a wrap. Like I wish I documented my birth more, my labor process more. It
Hmm.
just happened so fast. Like I was in denial about being in labor for probably most of
Really?
my labor. I
What?
didn't really. Yeah, I was. I was just like, oh, I'm having cramps. Like cramps. Like no, girl, you're in early
You were
stages
in
of labor.
full on labor. Oh my God.
Ridiculous. So yeah, I definitely wish I documented more. I've been thinking about, or I think about it probably like every day, honestly.
Wow.
I don't think I really have any videos from even my baby shower. And I'm like, damn, like I wish I had like I wish I would have set it up to have a whole, like, a videographer there even.
Yeah.
But yeah, just even in my personal work and my personal space, I have like negatives everywhere and I want to get them into one place. And I think that's something I really do need to start working on soon. Like I have the sheets and everything. I just need to like put them in there. Like they're just like I'm terrible with my negatives. I'm so sorry to myself. But yeah, like even with like when my son was first born, I was taking so many Polaroids. I was doing so many things, and I think I've gotten kind of lazy with it and just resorted back to the iPhone because it's just quick. But I do
Yeah,
want to
and
get
I
back
mean,
into like just even the disposable cameras, like just taking more pictures. Because lately, like my mom even just brought over like a picture of me, and I'm like, damn, I want him to have that. I want him to have his photo book. I
yeah,
want him to have like these memories to be able to look back on, like. So yeah, it's been on my mind like nonstop. And definitely trying to get back into that family wise too. Like not even just with my son, but like lineage wise. My aunt is like 80 now. And
yes,
she's on
wow,
my dad's side, she's one of the one that holds like the memories of a lot of stuff. And I wanna
mm,
like be able to at least record that and sit down with her and like, take pictures of her more and take pictures of my family more in general. Like just be able to really like get back into that. So maybe that's where I'll start. Maybe that's where I'll
yeah.
start because before I got pregnant, I definitely had plans to do that. And I did it a little bit, but I didn't really get into it like I wanted to. So yeah, maybe that's where I'll start. But good question.
I do remember at least some of your pregnancy photos. I think, did Brandon Hicks take your photos?
Brandon took my first ones. This was before I
Those are
even
so gorgeous.
thank you.
Hmm.
I miss being pregnant. I love being pregnant. But yeah, he was I didn't tell anybody until I was like in my second trimester, really.
Hmm.
So he was one of the first people I hit up, like, hey, kind of pregnant. Can you take these pictures for me? He was super down. I worked with Brandon a few times. The sweetest.
Yeah, he
The
is a
sweetest.
sweetheart. Shout out to
Like,
Brandon.
shout out to Brandon. So yeah, him and his girlfriend were there. It was their studio space. My best friend Aaron came and helped me out. I was just so nervous because it was just like I'm having a baby. Like it's the craziest like revelation, like a baby. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to keep it low, and I don't think I posted them for like a month or two. Yeah, but he was the first one, and then I took some photos with Russ. You know Russell
Hmm.
Hamilton? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
shout out
took
to
some
Russ.
ones. Shout out to Russ. Yeah, he took the ones on it was some Polaroid film, FP,
The pull aparts he
the Fuji
does.
film. Yeah, I had some in my fridge, and he's been doing his thing with them too.
Yeah, he has. He's been
But I was
killing
like,
it.
I have some if you can shoot me on them. And he was like, of course. So we did that also. And yeah, I really appreciate them for holding that space for me in that like super sensitive time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do wish I took more. That's why I'm like, take the photos, do the things. Like, I wish I took some self portraits. I ain't even really take no self portraits. Like,
Yeah, that would have been
which is crazy,
incredible.
but
On the
it was a
Mamiya
weird
too.
time for
Yeah,
me at the same time. But yeah, I wish I
that's
was
real.
just able to, you know, take more and do more. So do all the things. Do all the things when it's time.
Yeah. What are some systems or mottos that you have that have helped you maintain being a working creative mom? We talked a little
Day
bit
by
before
day.
we hopped on. That's so
Yeah.
real. Taking it day
Day
by
by
day.
and if you need to
That's
break it
literally
down
my
hour by
motto, and
hour,
I ain't got no baby.
listen, you gotta break it down hour by hour, minute by minute.
Yeah.
You gotta go even further down. But day by day. Another big one has been I don't remember where I read it, but I know I wrote it down on a post-it note and I stuck it on my wall. And it's leap and the net will appear. Like just
Yeah.
jump off the
I love
porch,
that
bro.
quote too.
Jump off the
Jump off the
porch.
porch for real.
Like, do what you gotta do. That's been a big thing for me lately. Like again, I said I was nervous about doing this. I was like, to be perceived. I don't want to be perceived, but
That's
you have to.
real.
Like, you can't go through
Yeah.
life being timid and behind the camera all the time. Like, you have to get in front. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Can we talk
But
about that a
yeah,
little bit? Like the era that you're in right now of just struggling to be perceived. I want to talk about it. One, I just think it's important to talk about, especially with other women.
it is.
But two, it came up a little bit in the last episode I recorded. I find it even like sometimes I'm embarrassed that I am struggling to be perceived, where it's
Yeah.
like, damn,
Yeah.
like if I'm really that girl, why would I be struggling with this right now? Like, stop. So
Right.
now I'm just embarrassed me to me kind of thing.
Yeah. I think it's like in person, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, what's up? Like,
Right.
but I think because this lives in other places and it reaches, like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't control where it goes. You cannot control who sees it. You cannot control. Mm, I won't really want to say like what they think because fuck what anybody think, But
Yeah.
like, you just can't control. All you have is what you have, and you put it out there and hope it goes where it's supposed
Goes
to go
well.
and does what it's
Yeah.
supposed to do. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. Like in person, you know what you have, you know who you're with, you know who you talk to. You just have that control over it. I think it might be a control thing also. Like for me, I've been one of my big, big, big lessons has been releasing, just releasing
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, releasing feelings, releasing control, releasing whatever. Because it's hard for me to, sometimes to just get shit out
Yeah.
and open up and just. But yeah, I've been working on that lately. So this is also like
A
me,
practice.
me
Come on.
forcing myself to do what needs to be done.
Everybody clap it up for Denita. Yes. No, but for real, like this is you practicing what your intention is. It's like, I want to get better
Exactly.
at this
Yeah.
and reckoning with the fact that you, like, at least a part of you wanted to say no because you wanted to run away from being perceived.
Hmm.
It's like, bro, I don't know what's really finna go on, but you did it anyway. And I mean, outside of you being here to one, support the podcast, and then two, just have this conversation with me, which I am
Hmm.
really grateful for, it's also a dedication to yourself and what you
It
are
is.
hoping to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, truly. Yeah, it's very I want to say I want to ask you how this came up for you to do the pod and were you nervous about it at all? Like, I know you said
Mm,
that you had your way about being perceived, but did it come
yeah.
up with this also? Or does it just come up with you like posting on your page or just doing whatever you have to do?
So when creating the podcast, I had a similar worry about, well, this is going to go outside of just the homies. Like, in part, why I wanted to do the podcast is because I love talking to image makers. And every time I do, we end up in a deep conversation about all these feelings that we got and ideas that we got. And I was hosting, or am still hosting, the Black Women Photographers Summit. And it just inspired me deeply to like continue to have these conversations with more and more people and recognizing that this is going to leave, of the few circles where it's like you got the closest people and then the people right out of that, like it's going to leave that network of people, made me really nervous about it kind of like living forever and not wanting to say the wrong thing or, publicly support somebody crazy like, oh my God, I'm so inspired by this artist. And then a week later, it's like, they just
Okay.
did this horrible thing. And it's like, oh my God, now that's on wax forever, never, 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 never.
Right.
But I think it was calmed because, not to say that I'm done with my relationship to how I am being perceived, because I think it's still something
It's
I am working
continually.
on. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
still
like as
got
the
some growing to
levels.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a few years before I started the podcast, it was really present in my life. And I had a lot of work to do on it then. And so I got a lot of practice out. And honestly, I just started with Instagram and posting myself. Like prior
Right.
to a couple years ago, motherfuckers would get a selfie of me on my Instagram like 2, 3 times a year. Like I was not posting
Listen,
myself. I'm like, it's about
same.
the work, it's about the event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and at the time, I didn't feel like I was hiding. I thought I was just like, I wanted to be about what I wanted to be about. But in hindsight, being more honest with myself, I can say like I was afraid of how to show up, if I would show up well,
Hmm.
not wanting to be placed in certain boxes by other people, and really reckoning with the idea that it's like, oh, if I never show up, I'm not a part of the archive for anybody. Like I'm not in anybody else's photos because I'm the one taking the photo. I'm not in my own archive because I ain't got the photos of me.
Man.
And that was fucking with my head. Like, it gave me a lot of grief of being like, I really don't know where I exist in people's lives if not their memory. And memory is fickle. And it was like, it was heartbreaking to me. And so I was just like, I can't live like this. And I just started sharing
Literally.
myself, posting myself, going outside, XYZ. And then by the time the podcast came around, I think I was in a better place emotionally about it, even though I think there's still some growing I can do. But I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, I literally feel the same way. I've been trying to even just post on my personal more, even though
Yeah.
it's just my best friend literally texted me and was like, "We're sick." I haven't posted since October of last year or something like that, and then she hadn't posted since like sometime last year, and I was just like, "Damn, it's crazy." Like,
Right.
I mean, at the same time, like, well, now I do. Now I am like getting outside more, and I am starting to do like the things more that he's
Yeah.
older, and that I'm like, he's not attached to, just breastfeeding in general. It's just like it's a job, like,
Yeah, literally.
But now that he doesn't need that, to sustain himself, I'm able to like move around more and do more. So trying to get things out of my camera roll and put them onto like at least my story now. Post myself more because I also noticed like people fuck with me posting. People
Yeah.
like to see me post. People like to see me being active, and I'm like cool. Yeah, it's hard to get out of your own way. I think, but we're making it happen. Obviously, it's
Clearly, we
also hard
making
to
it
stop
happen.
overthinking. Like, stop thinking so hard about what to post. It's not that deep. Like, everything is that deep, but it's also not that deep. Just do it. Just do it. Nike was on to something.
They
It was
really
on to
had one with
something.
that
Just do
one.
it.
Not gonna lie. Shout out to Nike. Hit the email.
Sponsor her. Sponsor her. But yeah.
With the idea of posting, I want to share some of your work. I think your work is absolutely incredible. Yes, so I'm excited for the moment when you start to pick up steam and have a little more momentum and
It's
can
been
shoot
so
more often. Yeah. I mean, these pictures are
this is
so
all
beautiful.
pre-baby. Pre-baby. All
Pre-baby.
pre-baby. It's
Look.
insane. Yeah.
I feel like there's a romance in your images, especially just with these two men, like, or not to assume their genders, but
Yeah.
trying my best. But there's this softness, there's this romance that I see in their eyes in the ways that you like potentially position people, pose people, where you find their eyes, that I think is really sweet and almost nurturing. And I really appreciate that. I find that in a lot of your work. I'm gonna go over to the rest of it so folks can see. Oh, I remember this set. It was so stunning.
My girl Tracee. Shout out Tracee. That's so crazy. Like, I think it also, this in general, is just like, it's so important that you just verbally speak about your work.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too.
I was just thinking about like everybody in the pictures and where I was at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even just feeling like like, I don't know, I always have this like slight nervousness before like a shoot. Like, oh my God, this will happen.
Me
Especially shooting
too.
film.
Still.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I also just
Especially film.
especially film. I usually shoot outside, I feel like, and I use the sunlight to do what I need to do.
This
But
is a good
studios
one of
make me
some
so
sunlight.
nervous.
Yeah.
It's like lighting makes me so nervous. Yeah, I just love natural light.
I mean, you do so well with natural light. These are
I
incredible.
love natural light. Like, I love a studio situation, but
Yeah.
outside, I don't know. It's just maybe it's my comfort zone.
What are some things that you're saying to your subjects to pull this type of romance out
This
of
is with
them?
Brandon. Some
Hey,
BTS with
Brandon.
Brandon a while ago. This was so long ago.
Like,
I always say, just do what you're normally doing, and I'll let you know. Like, I want to capture you in your like natural, like, that's my main thing. Like, I don't want to take you out of who you naturally are as a person. This is Riley. He's from St. Louis. Everybody went crazy over these pictures.
I mean, these are
Crazy.
gorgeous. Are you doing any color grading on top of your film?
Lightly to bring out the tones. Really,
Yeah.
I don't do too much. I don't do too much. You know, film stocks weren't necessarily made for our skin tones, like brown skin
Yeah.
tones. So sometimes you have to like, mess with the exposure, the saturation to bring out the tones a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know. I think for a while I leaned towards capturing men more.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to bring out like how you said, some of them it comes off like a bit nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
I like to bring out the softness of men in photos. I feel like men always feel like they have to be, not always feel, but a lot of the men that I associate myself with or just that I know personally tend to be on the more hard side, and I feel like they don't necessarily come off as soft. And I like to just capture that in them for sure.
I think you do it really well. I mean, even for the BTS, even though it's a woman, like,
Yeah.
look at this softness. Like,
Yeah,
oh
she was
my
great.
goodness. It
Fantastic.
feels like an 80s or 90s ad for American Apparel or
A
something.
little
Like, it
bit,
is
right?
so good.
Yeah.
Also, you mentioned,
But I miss it. Ah.
yes, I can't wait to get you on a camera like ASAP, 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 ASAP.
Keep it. Like every time I see him, he's like, "We gotta get you back in front of him, behind the camera. We gotta get you."
Yeah.
So I think a big part of it too is like making myself go out and do the things.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody was to hit me like, "Yo, can you shoot me this day at this time?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like I know I need to get a sitter for this time, or I need to ask my mom to watch him at this time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go out and do it. But when it's like me, like just going, making the time to go outside and just walk around with my camera, I have not done it. I have not done it. And I think that goes back to, again, it's like having so many responsibilities and so many, um, my guy, he was so cool.
Is this one of the moments where you was just walking around and you found somebody?
I was driving and I saw him sitting by a bus stop by the automobile museum. And I turned
Mm-hmm.
around and I just went up to him and I was like, "Can I take a couple pictures?" He was like, "Yeah." But he was very sweet. He was
Is
very
that
sweet.
all you're saying?
It's
Talking
hard.
to people
Hey,
on the
wait, wait, wait,
street.
wait, wait, wait. It's very, very difficult for me. I've let so many shots go because I was just scary or didn't want to
But it's like,
bother
that's the
somebody.
thing. Right. That's the thing that's pissing me off though. Cause I'm like, I know I'm letting shots go. I need to do this.
Yeah, there was one by my house just recently. There's a liquor store on the corner, and this guy was on the sidewalk with his bike. It was this beautiful colored bike, and he was just like sitting there drinking. He was drinking something, I don't know, but he had his like gear on. He looked so cool, and I was like, damn, I should go up and go get my camera real quick and ask him if I could come back down and take a picture. I think I just went upstairs and it just completely like drifted from my mind. And then when I left back out later that day and I saw the spot, I was like, wow, I blew it. Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to do, putting yourself out there because some people will be like, no, like you're weird. Like a lot of the men
Yeah.
too that I love to photograph again. Like the men tend to be just like kind of like more, you know, hard, and they
Mm-hmm.
almost will think it's with like,
Mm.
what you about to do with these pictures? Like what you what you on? Like the fuck? And I have to just, kind of do the whole spiel of just like, I think it's important that you be photographed for archival purposes, that you're here, like you're a part of this day, you're a part of this Los Angeles day, you're a part of like it's important that people know that you were around at this time. It's important that people
Yeah.
see you, like for you to just be seen, like,
That's actually so sweet to hear from a stranger also. Like,
yeah, yeah,
that's kind of crazy. I've never considered telling them why it was important to me. And
yeah,
I
you
think you
deserve
just
to be
changed my
perceived.
life.
And
Yeah.
I guess that even goes back to us, like you deserve to be
Right.
perceived. Like I just rate myself.
Right. Real quick. Full
Is
circle
that
moment.
a message? Yeah,
Message.
yeah, definitely though. And I don't think, again, they are looked at in that way often.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to speak for, whatever how they're perceived. Yeah, like you don't deserve to be seen as this. I don't want to say, and this is not from my perspective. This is from the perspective of the world. You don't deserve to be seen as this like monster or as this
Yeah.
aggressive being, as this like you deserve to be seen. Yeah, in this soft light.
beautifully and softly.
If even for at least for this photograph, at least for this one little moment, like you have this version of yourself encapsulated.
Yeah. That's very nurturing of you. That's very sweet.
Yeah, I guess it's just in my blood.
It's just in
Who I am
you.
before motherhood. Yeah, before all of
Right.
that, it's just who I am.
That's so sweet. Do
Yeah.
you ever go back and give them images?
If I can find them,
Yeah.
if it's more of like somebody who I know has like an Instagram or something, like yeah, for sure, I'll grab that.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But for
not all of these
like my
people
guy on
have.
the street, like every time I pass that area, even though it's been years, I think about him and I do look like, I might look for him just to be like, hey, like look at what we did. But I have, yeah, I've yet to come across somebody that I photographed like that.
Are you always shooting on a Mamiya?
Yeah, nine
Okay.
times out of 10 now, currently. Before I have my Canon AE1, but I haven't pulled her out in a
Okay.
while. Maybe I'll do that now that maybe that's where I'll start back. When I have my baby, it's not as hard to handle, and it has like I have a shoulder strap for it. So yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, what I think about is when I do have a Mamiya on me, and even sometimes a 35 millimeter, it is like a conversation piece. Like people want to know what kind of camera it is and talk about it, and that makes it easier for me because typically they might start talking to me first, and then it's like, oh, I'd love to take your photo. Or if I'm like, hey, can I take your photo? And I got this giant camera with me, they like, oh, what's that? Like, you must be a real photographer.
A
And it's
real
like,
photographer.
okay, right.
Yeah, they definitely be on that. Yeah,
But it softens, you know, the interaction for
yeah,
me and knowing how to like navigate it.
absolutely.
Shout out to Aunt
My
Francis. This
great
is a
granny.
beautiful photo.
Talking about my great granny, my great aunt. She's 99.
Hey, shout
She's 99.
out.
Definitely.
Images of like your son and your elders that are like up there like she is would be, oh
Damn.
my God, that'd be so
I do have
fire.
to take him out. I'm
She
like,
was
damn, I
like,
do have a
girl,
son.
she said, I want to go see my great auntie.
I totally forgot. That's so funny. Oh my god.
That's so real.
Yeah, hell yeah, to take him out there.
I loved pictures. I just got a new niece. She also just turned one not too long ago. Anytime I've gone home since she has been here, I try to get a photo of her and some of the elders, like with my grandma, which would be her great grandma, my dad, like other people, just so that I always have. Like we don't never know what's gonna happen, but you
So
knew
important.
and was with your grandma, your great grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's just so important to have.
She looks so much like my grandma. It's crazy. Like, it was very emotional for me going in there. But it was like a shock. I'm like, I didn't know y'all look that much alike.
Wow.
And my grandma's been gone for about 10 years now. So yeah,
Mm.
it was crazy.
I'm sorry to hear that. Shout out to your grandma too.
My grandmas, I think about my grandmas every day.
I swear,
Every
me
single
too.
day. Both of them. Yeah. I'd be like, damn. Like, I wonder what a conversation would be like right now. I wish I got
Right?
to take pictures of my grandma. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, cherish them grandmas, man.
Honestly, I feel like grandmas
If you
come
got
up
your grandma,
basically every episode. We always
call your
talking about our
grandma
grandmas over here.
if you got your grandma. Call your
Okay,
grandma.
call your grandma right now. If you listening, press pause and hit up your grandma. Right.
Honestly.
That's so real. I had a similar experience with my grandma. I just need to, folks, some people listening, if y'all have heard previous episodes, you might already know. I am showing great restraint right now, and I just want to pat myself on the back because I could go on a whole tangent right now to talk to you about lineage and your
Come on.
people. Like, it's one of my
Yeah,
favorite things to talk about,
for sure.
but I am working so hard to stay on track.
It's so important. It's so important.
It is, which is
Even,
why I
yeah.
just wanted to ask even about like how your mindset was changing when it comes to your archive and your lineage now since having your
Right.
baby.
When I go home, I'm gonna crack open that baby. And like really like it's so hard to I mean it's so easy to go on and forget about like those little things because life just be and in the beginning be
Mm-hmm.
so fresh and new. You're like, oh, I need to make note of when he's doing this and when he's doing that. But like it's I think it's important to keep it going, like first two
Yeah.
to be
I think it's
mindful of
really
that 5
sweet.
years.
Yeah. I think it's a really sweet gift to give to yourself in the future. Like, I
Absolutely.
think it's really cool for the kid, but even just for yourself, because
Yeah.
you're probably going to forget most of those details and to
Yeah.
remember later to be like, oh, I remember when he tried his first blueberry. Like, I think that's so beautiful and romantic.
And I think that's why journaling is so important.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying it's so important because it's your personal Bible. There's no way
Mm.
that you're gonna remember. Oh, I don't even remember what happened like 2 days ago. Like honestly, like
Okay.
it's so much going
Literally.
on. Like, and I think it's very important to be able to have that to reflect on, to even like just like learn from lessons, or just like to remind yourself of how far you come with like like a
Hmm.
certain situation, or just whatever it is, like to be able to go back and check on that. Yeah, it's amazing. Like I wish I would have journaled more through pregnancy and even just kind of like earlier postpartum. But
Hmm.
even the fact that I've done it now, and I've been doing it for like this year in general, and to be able to look back on like on certain things, like it has helped me with like just certain like emotional things or certain spiritual things, like being able to look back on it. So yeah, I think it's very important that we do that. Like everyone,
Yeah.
like I don't care who
Honestly,
you are. I think it's
you calling it your personal Bible might have just been the turning point for me to
practical.
pick it back up. Right. I feel like I was consistent for maybe like 2 years and then I fell off. And right now I'm in like a short, like I got a little paragraph in one of the journals I keep where I try to write in that every day, but I was doing morning pages when I was really consistent. So it was three
Artist way,
pages.
or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what
Yeah.
made me start back. Honestly, that's what made me like get back on it at the top of the year. And I think even if you don't get to those 3 pages, just doing something,
Just doing
like
it
just
at
something
all.
at all. I don't care if it's a sentence. Like sometimes I'll get started, and my son will literally like push shit out my hand, like we're not doing that right now. And I'm
You're
like, it's just
done?
because I started. Close it up for me, ma'am. Like he'll
Right.
literally like slowly close it. But yeah, like getting something on the page. Getting something on the page. And I do love how she said that it's important to get out all that like just the things that are ruminated in your mind, the things
The
that are bugging
clutter.
you. The clutter is so important to get that out. Like it really is, to be able to go on with your day. Because it will sit
Yeah.
there and it will just be there. And it'll build up day by day. So yeah. Shout out to her. I do want to finish
Honestly,
that book though. It's taking me. I want to get there. I'm gonna get there, but
yeah,
yeah, those first few pages I think are very important.
absolutely. I think you really just did it for me today because I have been thinking about it for a little bit, at least for a couple weeks. I feel like I've been talking about, like, damn, I need to start journaling regularly again. And personal Bible, I'm really
Yeah,
into that.
yeah,
So thank you for that. Now,
yeah.
before
No,
leaving off and jumping into our next segments, I do want to get back to the inspiration part of the conversation because one thing that stood out to me, and I'm going to pull up your collages while we talk about this, because actually, I learned that you make collages through doing research for this. And I was like, she ain't never brought this up before.
it's been
But
so
on your
long.
website, you have this quote by Nipsey Hussle: the highest human act is to inspire. One of the
Hmm.
classics. I love that quote.
That's
And it
my
was
God.
beautiful.
Rest in peace.
Absolutely. Oh my God. And you being an LA native, like, yeah. So it stood out to me, one, because I'm like, oh my God, I should put one of my favorite quotes on my website. I am so driven by some of my favorite quotes. They literally
Yeah,
keep me
yeah.
moving day to day. I'm like,
Day by day.
one,
Yeah,
yes,
literally. Yeah.
you're
Hmm.
so smart, creative genius. But also, it makes me think about how it's a part of your mission as Comfort Studio, like letting me know as a viewer, a potential consumer, a potential client of your work. Like the work that I do is mission based and it is a part of inspiration. I hope, like, I am aiming to inspire more people was really impactful for me to see on your website. It reminded me of this quote I used to love, like teenage to early 20 years. It was like in all my bios. And I don't even remember who it's by. I think I saw it on Tumblr or something one day, but
Come on, Tumblr.
right. But it was be inspired, become inspiration. And at
Mhm.
that time, it was just, it made me realize that I need to be remembering impact and I need to even just be like creating my relationship with my own impact. Like, I'm out here moving through the world as if I am just being inspired, when this whole time, as I am being inspired, I am also likely inspiring someone else, whether I know it or
Right.
not.
Right.
And for that to be a part of your mission and something that you have like just simply repped on your website was impactful to me. It was like, yes, now I am inspired. Look at the ecosystem.
And I think that goes right back to just being perceived, like get out of your
Yeah.
own way, because you don't know, like you don't know who you are inspiring, who is watching, who is seeing the things, who is doing, who are the people that are doing the things because of one thing, something as simple as that, like
Yeah.
something as
That's
simple as that.
simple.
So I think, yeah, it's more important than just being perceived. It's like, again, getting out of your own way, because something that simple can lead to something greater for somebody else. Like,
Absolutely. So,
yeah,
what is your current relationship with inspiration, especially considering where you are with perception right now?
it's everything. I think, like, especially while, like, I've been in this, like, middle place
Hmm.
of, you know, wanting to do, but not feeling like I have the time to do. And just, like, the inspiration has been, like, my pillar, like, for everything. I've been just digesting, like, more interviews, more podcasts, more music that inspires me, more articles that inspire me. I love a good interview. Being inspired is probably one of the most important things that you can be.
Mm,
Just like being curious is one of the most important things that you can be for the work. Like,
completely agree.
yeah, I think it's the most important thing for me right now, personally. Because while I haven't been doing the things that I necessarily want to do, the inspiration is still there. I'm still the yearning is still there. The curiosity is still there to want to do it. So it keeps me going. Like it just like yeah,
Yeah.
it keeps me going. Yeah.
That's so important to hold on to and also recognize. I feel like sometimes we might be experiencing more joy than we recognize, more inspiration than we recognize. And even just you clocking being like, I'm still yearning for this, I think is like
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a good sign.
It's like in reflection again with along with releasing. Like earlier when I said releasing has been a big thing for me. Reflection has been a big thing for me also. Like
Mm,
so that's why journaling has been so important. Like, and also I think the fact that social media is so fucking intense. Like it's so much going on. It's so like it's
yeah.
so much going on, and it's so many things that we intake on a daily. And I've been trying to limit that. Also, I've been trying to be more intentional about the things that I am consuming because
Yeah.
it is so much going on there. Substack has been a big one for me. I love Substack.
Ooh. I
So
was
good.
actually thinking about making one. Do you have one or you just follow
I
people on
have
there?
one. Yeah, I haven't.
What's your Substack?
It's a great question. I think it's the same as all my socials. Like Need a Smile.
Okay.
I would
Also,
say
is that a personal Substack or is that like
no, it's
can
not.
oh okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. I'm like,
I
should
haven't
I not should I
posted
delete
any
this section?
writings on there. But I just been on there reading shit. Like I said, I love a
Nice.
good article. I love a good interview. I love a good just piece of work. And
Me too.
it's so much good stuff on there. Yeah, Substack weeds out all the bullshit for me. Like Twitter, you cannot control it. Like it's
Yeah.
too
I'm not
much.
even on
It's
there
too
no
much for me.
more. I got
Even
off.
Instagram, sometimes it just be like the fact that they just throw stuff on your feed,
You don't even follow the
like
people no
because
more,
of the
child.
algorithm. Like that's cool, but like, I ain't really asked for that. Like give me the option.
Right.
But yeah, Substack has a very specific, like if you have a specific taste, like I don't know, it's a very good app. It's been a very good app for me. Yeah,
Hmm.
keeping note of the things that are inspiring me has been a big one also, so that I can go back to it during certain times. Because I feel like I'll see something and I'll bookmark it and then keep going about my day and I'll completely forget that it's there. But like writing it down, note or something like that for me to just refer back to when I'm like, okay, I have this little bit of quiet time. Let me go read back on that article that I saved. Like, being more intentional about revisiting and going back to the things that I've saved for these reasons has been a big thing too. Like when I can't necessarily, again, like go do something that I want to do or move around how I want to move around. Yeah, having that note there full of the things that, inspire me for that moment is nice to check back in with, for sure.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, this feels like a good place to take a quick break, so we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by Art House, the first Black-owned film lab in the city of Los Angeles. Art House specializes in C41, black and white, E6, and ECN2 processing for 35mm and medium format film, using a custom-built cinema scanner to deliver stunning movie quality stills. Pick up or drop off a roll at their new location in Chinatown, and check them out at arthousefilmlab.com or at arthousefilmlab on IG. And tell them we sent you. And we're back. Okay. So this next segment has only been here a couple weeks since our 6-month anniversary. Hey.
Ooh,
and it's one of my faves. It's called PLC playlist. And I want to know what's a song you playing right now so we can add it to our PLC playlist and the girls can listen to it on set.
A song I'm playing right now. I've been heavily on the song "Superstar" by Luther Vandross.
Ooh.
Does it need to be uppity? Because it's just a very slow song.
I'm going to play it because I don't know that one by name. Let's see.
I love Luther Vandross.
A little Luther.
I love Luther Vandross. But yeah, it's been stuck in my head real bad.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's so crazy. I just never knew the name of this song. Of course, we know this song. We love this song. We adding it to the playlist. Okay, beautiful. I'm gonna add my song to the PLC playlist too.
Add
Today will be
your
the
song,
first
please.
one. So Nye was our first episode starting, or like our 6-month anniversary episode, and she reminded me of This Is the Remix, Destiny's Child. She chose a Destiny's Child album off of This Is the Remix. And I was like, oh my God, that's not the one she chose was Say My Name. And I don't really listen to that one often, but I'm like, damn, yeah, this is hard.
I feel like because it
But
was so popular that,
right.
like, I tend to
That I
do
had
that. Yeah, I
to,
did the
you
same
know what I'm
thing.
saying?
Yeah.
But another popular one is the one I've been stuck on ever since that episode, which is No Part 2. That's been getting ran
But Say
down
My Name was
ever
like,
since. Say My Name. It was up
no
there.
is, I feel
I
like
feel
we
like
heard it
No was number
less,
2.
considerably less than Say My Name. No is a banger though, for sure.
Here is No Part 2 from This Is the Remix. Okay, I don't want to get my podcast taken down, so we only doing short clips, but you know what I'm saying? Go run up the playlist on Spotify.
Capitalism.
It's, every single time. And that's a whole nother episode worth of a conversation.
A whole nother thing.
Okay. So if you want to check out all of the girls' songs that you could be playing on set, you can check out PLC playlist on Spotify. It's eventually going to be on Apple too, but right now we just on Spotify.
Copy that.
And let's just go ahead and move over to the next segment, which is called Photographs Not Taken. I kind of love you. I already mentioned some idea of this early in the show. So photographs not taken is just a photo that you've seen with your eye, but you wish you would have taken.
Yeah.
So what's your photograph not taken this week?
I mean, that's the one that got away from me. That's the one that like comes to the front of my mind.
That's the one we want to hear, because that's what made me want to do this segment anyway. I have so many of those. Like, I'm like, damn, either I have my camera on me and I didn't get it, or like I didn't have my camera on me, or like that street photography thing that we was talking about, where it's like, damn, I knew I should have took that photo, but I was too scared to talk to them people, like XYZ.
Actually, yeah, I do have one. So random. It was like, usually I take my son out minimum one time a day. We just be needed some air. We be needing a little break from each other. We just need, so I went to
Gotta
this.
go outside, get some sun.
We went to this track by my house. It's in Baldwin Hills. And I was getting him out the car. He had just fell asleep. And I was putting him in his stroller, his little car seat in his stroller. And I saw this car pull by. He was like going to the stop sign. And I just looked over quickly, but I looked back because I'm putting him in the thing. And the windows were dark as fuck, so I couldn't see who was in it either way. And I saw that the car was pulling up. So what made me look over, I'm like, this nigga kind of close to my car. Like,
yeah.
So he pulled in front of me and went to go park. And I'm still just doing the things. And I look up, it's my whole dad. It's like my dad. So that was funny as hell. He's loud. Like his voice be booming. As soon as he walked over and said something, he woke my son up, and he was just kind of. But I had him hold him while I was doing something in the car. And he had put him like on his shoulders, and the sun was shining, and it just looked like such a beautiful picture. Left my phone at home, didn't have no camera on me, so wasn't able to get the shot. But yeah,
Mm,
that's the most recent one.
that's
Yeah, wish I
also
would have
so
got that.
funny
Yeah,
because you was like 10 seconds away from being like, I will beat this man as he is getting too close. And it's your daddy.
it was just like a quick. It happened so fast, and I just look up and I'm like, what are the odds that you,
It's
oh
you.
dad, pulling up right now in this area, passing by, and you just happened to see us, and we literally just left the house randomly. I was like, let's get out the house real quick. But yeah, yeah,
That's
so
so
funny.
sweet.
Divine
Shout out to
timing
G
shit.
Paul.
No, that's my guy.
All right. Our next segment is The Gear Don't Matter. I love this segment because it's all about how people tend to say, oh my God, what kind of camera is that? Oh my God, what kind of camera are you
Right.
using? What's that? What's that?
Yeah.
And my thought process, as many other image makers, it's not about the gear that you have, it's about your eye, it's about what you do with it. And with that being said, though, we love our tools. I love the cameras that I use, the gear that I use, and I wanted to show love to the tools that we use to create. So I want to know, what's your favorite piece of equipment that you use? And it doesn't have to be a camera. It can be, though.
Film.
Yeah. You got a favorite film stock outside of Art House?
Shout out to Sid. Let me
Shout out
say,
to
every
Sid.
time I talk about Sid, I'm always big sit up. That man
Period.
right there, an angel. The
Truly.
sweetest. Like, our house film lab down. Support, 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 please. Like, the
We love
sweetest.
our house.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cliche. Portrait 800, like, I mean, okay. Portrait 400, love. I love Ilford. I
I do
love a
too.
great contrasty black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I want to get back to shooting more black and white. Because I know sometimes, like, I remember this one time, I thought I had some color with me because what I was shooting, the colors are really vibrant. And all I had was black and white, and I was like, fuck. But I don't know, it just gives your eye so much more to look at when it's not necessarily color. I really
Yeah.
love black and white. Still love a good black and white contrast film.
You have to
And then,
study it differently. It's like a completely different eye.
yeah, and my first like film class when I was in college was a black and white class. And
Yeah,
I don't know,
same.
it's just something so timeless about black and white.
Yeah.
Honestly, we see color all day, every day. Black and white is just other than film, my camera. Really, that's all I got. Like, especially because I sun, like natural light.
Right.
But yeah, those are my big three.
Hey, shout out to the big three. Okay, and this last segment is called Shoot Your Shot. This is a moment where you could be like, hey, somebody or company, I would love to photograph you, and that we can all manifest that together. So, what does that look like for you?
I haven't thought about this in so long.
That's good. We practicing together.
You know what I do want to do? Actually, there's no specific or company, maybe A24, but I do want to shoot BTS on film sets. That's
Yes.
something I've been really wanting to do, like,
I like
for a
that.
while now. I want to shoot BTS on movie sets or TV sets.
Yeah, let's be specific, movie and TV sets. Ryan, Ava,
Right.
Issa,
One.
hit your girl, hit the email.
And we got
Danita's right
Help on
here.
West Side.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go that far.
I've been watching
She's
a lot of
right.
his interviews. When
I've
Sinners
been
came out, I watched a
loving,
lot of Ryan Coogler interviews.
same. I've been loving his interviews.
And I've also been watching a lot of Clips interviews.
Oh,
I would love
yes.
to
Some of those
shoot
have been really cool. I
Malice. I
haven't
would love to
finished.
photograph Malice. I think he's gorge, a great bone structure. Also Pusha, but something about Malice is like very, the energy of it, his eyes.
I also feel like he a little more gritty. At least this is my perception of him. He a little more gritty, and I
Yeah,
think it
he's
will
seen
lend itself.
some things, and I loved his duality of grit and holy. Like, I
Yeah,
love that
same.
duality in him. It's very, very intriguing, and it's also very comforting. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, those are my ones.
I like that. All right, don't forget clips. You know, the rollout is still happening. It's not too late. Hit up Nita now. Anita, thank you so much for today. This has been
Thank you.
beautiful to just deep dive
Will
into all that's
comfort my little
happening.
shell.
Yes, we cracked it open a little bit. You did get vulnerable with us a bit, and I really appreciate it. You want to tell the people how they can find you wherever you want to be found?
Okay. Find me in person. Honestly, I'm a very in real life gal, but Instagram personal, need a smile, NIT, face, smile. And then Comfort Studios Instagram is comfortstudio.la. Yeah, working on that rebrand coming soon. Figuring it out. Like COMFSTU dot substack.com. I might change that though, honestly. Yeah. Oh.